Brian in Walnut Creek, California. Boy, that was, I grew up, part of my misbegotten youth was spent in Walnut Creek. I lived in Mountain View, and any trouble that I got in back then, whether it was stealing cherries out of the orchard or pelting some, I don't know, whatever I was doing as a young kid, was spent in Walnut Creek. It was kind of ran through the back of our housing tract in Mountain View. Anyway, hey Paul, what are the features to look for in a music streamer? Is there an advantage or a disadvantage to get one with a built-in DAC, a hard drive, or a preamp? I love your YouTube videos. Why, thank you, Brian. That's very kind. And, well, first off, I am an advocate of separates, which makes sense. I own a company that makes separates. But just talking between us, I still really, especially in digital audio, want separate. So the last thing I would do is want to have a streamer with a built-in DAC. Now, we make such a product in the Stellar Strata. It's our integrated amplifier. There is a streamer and a DAC, and it's a great sounding product. But if you're looking for the ultimate resolution, the ultimate musical journey in digital audio, you want to keep them separate. And more than that, if you can, you want them isolated from each other. Digital audio is so noisy. The high frequency, we're talking megahertz here of radio frequencies and all the stuff that makes this work. And the challenge for an engineer building a streamer or a DAC is to try and keep everything quiet and have one piece of gear not interfere and add noise to another piece of gear. Computers, oh my God, they're the worst. Computers are just noisy devices. Their noise is carried on the ground. Their noise is carried in the power supply. It's in the signal. When you take a USB cable and you connect your computer up to your DAC, you're entering into the DAC all kinds of crap that you don't want that does affect the way it sounds. And one of the things that we're working on at PS Audio is galvanically isolating our products. It's not something that is for the faint of heart or is easy. It's not. So galvanic isolation means that there is no physical connection, no electrical connection, nothing. It's the best way to describe that, you know what a fiber optic cable is, a toss link. Well, toss links aren't the best connectors, but they are galvanically isolated. The only thing that connects them together between the source and the streamer or DAC or whatever is a piece of plastic or glass, and light beams travel back and forth. Power supply here, and a light beam connecting the two. That's galvanic isolation at its finest. However, unless you're using glass fiber, unless you've got the old AT&T devices, to send and receive, you probably don't, because what you probably have is Toslink, which is the Toshiba TOS, T-O-S is short for Toshiba. You have the Toshiba plastic link, and those aren't great sounding, even though they are galvanically isolated. Coax is much better, but it's not galvanically isolated unless the manufacturer has taken the time to physically and electrically isolate those inputs, which on modern future PS Audio equipment will have everything galvanically isolated, but it's going to be a few years and all that. So go for separates. If you're streaming, even if you're using a computer, whatever, keep it separate, keep the DAC separate, and I think you'll be in good shape. Okay? Good luck, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.